A little girl was just on vacation with her family, never expecting to witness a terrifying scene. A huge cruise ship was speeding toward the shore on the sea. At first, her parents didn't realize the danger, thinking the cruise ship would stop soon. It wasn't until the cruise ship was about to crash through the coastline that they realized the danger and fled in a hurry. Fortunately, the cruise ship got stuck in the sand in the end, and the whole family narrowly escaped unharmed. At this time, they had no idea what was happening, so they had to temporarily return to their vacation villa. However, when they were halfway there, they encountered a massive traffic jam. The woman quickly got out of the car to check, only to find that it wasn't a traffic jam at all. It was countless Teslas crashing into each other in a chain. What was even more bizarre was that there was no driver in any of the cars. It wasn't until she saw the autonomous driving sign on the car windshields that the woman realized the seriousness of the problem. But before she could recover, another autonomous Tesla was speeding toward her from a distance. Realizing the danger, the woman immediately got back in the car and prepared to escape. Fortunately, the woman changed lanes in time and narrowly escaped. But the road ahead was blocked, so they had to turn around. Unexpectedly, what greeted them was not a smooth road, but more out of control cars. To survive, the woman gripped the steering wheel tightly and tried her best to avoid collisions, narrowly escaping a brush with death. Little did they know, an unprecedented disaster was quietly unfolding. After finally returning to the villa, the woman immediately turned on the computer to check what was happening outside. To her surprise, not only could she not connect to the internet at home, but her phone also had no signal at all, which meant they were completely cut off from the outside world. At first, they thought it might be a signal failure, and that it would be fixed by the next day. But even after the children fell asleep, the internet still didn't work. Because of this, the bored couple could only drink red wine and build blocks in the living room, trying to ease the tense atmosphere. However, just as the woman was about to pour another glass, they were startled by a sudden knock on the door. It was already 2:30 in the morning. To prevent any accidents, the man picked up a wooden board as a weapon. But when he cautiously opened the door, he found a black mother and daughter standing outside, who claimed to be the owners of the villa. Since the house transaction was done online, they had never met before. Although the landlord's return was very sudden, out of humanitarianism, the man invited them into the house. When asked for the reason, the landlord told them that although this violated the rental agreement, they had to return to this house. For some reason, the urban area where she lived had not only suffered a large-scale power outage, but the internet had also inexplicably gone down, and people seemed to be falling into chaos. So for the sake of safety, she had to take her daughter back to this remote old house to take refuge. Before that, the landlord had tried to contact them to inform them of everything, but the phone had been out of signal, so she could only rush back with her daughter overnight. Now she only hoped to stay here with her daughter for one night, and take things one day at a time. To dispel their doubts, the landlord also said she could refund half the rent. After speaking, she picked up the keys, walked to the other side, skillfully opened the cabinet, and took out $1,000 to give to the man. However, just as the woman was half believing, a harsh noise suddenly came from behind, attracting everyone's attention. It was a breaking news bulletin suddenly inserted on the television. According to the news, most areas of the country had entered a state of emergency, and this power and internet outage would soon spread to every corner of the country.